So, you're thinking about moving to Ontario. You're not alone. It's the economic heart of Canada, a place that pulls in hundreds of thousands of people every single year. But what's the real story? Is it all about high-paying jobs and an amazing city life? Or is it a tale of sky-high costs and some seriously tough winters? Well, we're going to break it all down so you can figure out if Ontario is the right move for you.
That's the big question, right? And that's what we're here to figure out together. I'm going to walk you through a really clear, balanced view. The good, the bad, what it actually costs, and what it's like to live there day to day. By the end, you'll have a much better idea of whether Ontario is the right fit. So what's all the hype about? Well, for starters, Ontario is Canada's economic engine, no doubt about it. It's also known for being incredibly diverse and welcoming. I mean, over 230,000 immigrants have recently made it their home. You add that to a really high quality of life and a nonstop entertainment scene, and yeah, you can see why it's on so many people's radar. Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. Let's dig into the positives. Beyond the big economic headlines, what are the core advantages that really make people pack their bags and say, yep, Ontario is the place for me? First up is safety, and this is a huge one for so many people, especially if you've got a family. Ontario's low crime rate just provides this genuine sense of security. It gives you some peace of mind, whether you're living in a busy city or a much quieter town. Next, we've got to talk about healthcare. This is a real cornerstone of life in Canada, and Ontario is no different. The Ontario Health Insurance Plan, you'll hear everyone call it OHIP, is the government-funded program that gives you access to essential medical care, like doctor's visits and hospital stays. Don't worry, we'll talk a bit more about how to get that set up later on.
And of course, the economy. Let's be honest, this is a major draw. Ontario is an absolute hub of opportunity. Because it's the country's economic powerhouse, the job market is just so diverse. It doesn't matter if you're in finance, tech, healthcare, manufacturing, you name it, there are opportunities here. It really is a place where careers can take off.
All right, but no place is perfect, right? To make a really smart decision, you have to balance that dream with a dose of reality. So let's get into the challenges. What are the big drawbacks you absolutely 100% need to consider? The biggest con, and this will surprise absolutely no one, is the cost of living. You hear it all the time. Cities like Toronto and Ottawa can be quite expensive, and that's the trade-off, isn't it? The opportunities are fantastic, but they definitely come with a pretty high price tag, especially in the major cities. Wow. Okay, this table really puts that cost into perspective. Just look at Toronto. A one-bedroom apartment is averaging over $2,200 a month, and the average house, well, it's over $1 million. Now look at Ottawa. Still not cheap, but a lot less. And then you see a city like Hamilton where that same one bedroom is just over $900. It just proves that where you live within Ontario makes a massive financial difference. Now, let's talk about the day-to-day pressure on your wallet. This number, $1,242, is the average monthly cost for just one person in Toronto. And get this, before you even pay rent. That's just for things like groceries, getting around, and utilities. It really puts the total cost of living into a much clearer perspective. Beyond the money, there are a couple of other practical things to think about. First, the weather. Look, Ontario winters are no joke. You have to be prepared for some severe cold and a whole lot of snow. And second, if you're aiming for that big city life, especially in Toronto, get ready for traffic. Commute times can be a really big part of your daily routine. Another practical cost you've got to factor into your budget is the tax system. In Ontario, you'll pay a 13% harmonized sales tax, or HST, on most things you buy. It's basically a mix of the 8% provincial tax and the 5% federal tax, which is known as the GST. Okay, so you've weighed the pros and cons, and you're thinking, you know what? I'm going to do it. What are the essential first steps? Let's build a little moving blueprint to help you get settled in. So, like we mentioned, OHIP is your absolute key to the healthcare system. It's that government-funded plan that covers everything from seeing a doctor to staying in the hospital. Getting your OHIP card should be your #1 priority when you arrive. Seriously. Here's your checklist for those first few critical months. Number 1, like we just said, apply for that OHIP card. Just be aware, there can be a 3-month waiting period. Number 2, if you drive, you've got 60 days to swap your old license for an Ontario one. And then, of course, you've got the practical stuff. Open a bank account and get your utilities like electricity and internet all hooked up. Taking these off the list will make you feel settled so much faster. So you've handled all the paperwork, but what is it actually like to live in Ontario day to day? Let's explore the lifestyle, from the incredible outdoors to the buzz of the city. The province really comes alive with its year-round outdoor activities. In the summer, you've got the Great Lakes for swimming and boating. The fall brings these stunning colors that are just perfect for hiking. And those harsh winters we talked about? Well, they're amazing for skiing and snowboarding. And in the spring, a trip to Niagara Falls is an absolute must. There is always something to do outside. And this bar chart, it just visualizes that housing cost gap we talked about so perfectly. I mean, just look at the difference between Toronto and Ottawa. It's such a powerful reminder that living in Ontario means something completely different for your wallet, depending on which city you decide to call home.
And the lifestyle isn't just about the outdoors. Oh no, Ontario is a massive cultural hub. You can check out world-class art at the National Gallery in Ottawa, you can tour wineries in the Niagara region, or you can just dive into the incredible food scenes in the big cities. Plus, with major sports teams, huge concerts, and all kinds of festivals celebrating its multicultural population, there's a constant buzz of activity. So, we've covered it all. The amazing opportunities, the really high cost of living, the practical steps to get you started, and the vibrant lifestyle. At the end of the day, Ontario offers a trade-off, world-class opportunities, but at a significant cost. It's a place of incredible diversity in its people and its landscapes. So, the only question left is, what will your Ontario story be?
Thanks for watching and being part of our community. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly Canada Life tips. See you in the next video.